Talk Radio Network is WSBR Boca Raton, W280DU Boca Raton, and W245BC Lauderdale Lakes. There's an unwanted guest in thousands of homes. It's opioid addiction. Think it can't happen to your family? 20 to 30% of patients prescribed opioids for chronic pain will misuse them. And about 80% of people who use heroin began by first misusing prescription opioids. Drug overdose is the leading cause of accidental death in the U.S. Don't be afraid to talk about it, because help is available.
This Beasley Best Community of Caring message is brought to you by Talk 1470 and 95.3 FM WNN. Want to lower your rate and payments, get rid of mortgage insurance, or get cash out? Find out about your best refinance options by tuning into the Get Mortgage Fit radio show with Alex Michaels and Carrie Kasem, Monday mornings from 10 to 11, where you'll learn everything you need to know about mortgage loans, today's rates, FHA, VA, and more. Call the Get Mortgage Fit show Monday mornings from 10 to 11 on WNN at 800-827-RATE, 800-827-RATE, or visit them online at newamericanfunding.com, NMLS 6606.
What you want to know. What you need to know.
Talk 1470. WNN.
Does your child learn best when they see and experience information? Is your child smarter than indicated by test results? 3D Learner is an integrated learning program that helps identify your child's strengths and challenges. 3D Learner's individualized program for academic and athletic success will significantly improve reading comprehension, test scores, and self-esteem. Contact 3D Learner today for more information. Call 561-361-7495 to unlock your child's true potential. Visit us at 3dlearner.com or call 561-361-7495. Add that extra wow factor to your home or office wastebaskets with designer liners. Designer liners will turn an everyday home item into the pinnacle of decor at an affordable price. Available in a variety of prints from polka dots, zigzags to paisley. Dare to dream bigger with custom designer liners for your charity fundraiser or a company logo. Reusable as basket decor liners or gift bags and made in the USA. Designer liners will enhance any home or office. Get yours today at designerliners.com or wastebaskets.com. That's designerliners with an S.com.
In a perfectly imperfect world, you can eat the foods you love, lose weight,
and be healthy. But what if I told you you can do just that? In fact, your diet should be perfectly imperfect by eating the foods you love and still achieving your health and wellness goals. I take the guesswork out of nutrition by giving you my simple and effective strategies so that you can live the healthy and happy life you will love using real food to get real results. Schedule your nutrition consultation today at 888-84-TAMMY or visit my website, tammyfogarty.com. Don't delay, get healthy today. 888-84-TAMMY.
Those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Well, it's 1 o'clock and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. So let's break open the lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go by easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or dream making. It's the feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work or play, a movie review, a restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll-free 888-565-1470 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddy S. get your happy juices flowing.
Give me the mic. Welcome to all our friends in South Florida, Atlanta, New York City, Chicago, LA. I feel like this is a rerun of yesterday.
We could do Rerun. Remember Rerun? Remember that TV show when Rerun was in it? You're too young to remember.
I remember Rerun.
Remember?
Yeah.
We do Rerun.
No, we're not going to do rerun, but this is like a rerun.
We are a rerun. It is week 3 of our crazy. Do you know what? Today wasn't so bad in our turnover from the Art of Del Rey Gallery show.
What do you mean?
Art Radio Network. You know, we have 2 minutes between shows to change the set to keep going. Wasn't so bad.
There was no tablecloth?
There was no tablecloth. There was no backdrop.
No backdrop?
Made it a lot easier.
Well, that's
And you know what else it was?
What?
It was all women on the set. It
Yeah.
was very calm, and they were very lovely, and they got up, they finished their show, and they went outside. It wasn't all this, the last week was Jackson's ice cream, which was really good.
Why you got to be a hater?
I am so not a hater. Never, never, never. Got some new flowers. They've been vitalized. The other ones lasted about 3 weeks, so thank you to the Vitalizer app. Look at these flowers. Aren't they lovely?
These are new.
Yes.
They should look like that.
They are lovely. And we did have a new song that we were going to open with today, but we had some copyright issues we needed to take care of, so hopefully tomorrow or Thursday we will be able to play that song, and it's a tribute to those victims that were lost in last week's terrible shooting, and it was from one of our local universities that did a beautiful rendition of a song, but I don't think I can say anything more because we don't have the approval to say so, but hopefully once we get those copyright, all those laws and all those legalities done, we'll be able to play that tomorrow.
That's right. And
That's what I hope.
That has to do with the shooting and the victims and on and on and on. I don't know if you want to even entertain going down that road.
Well, do you know what I see is going on right now?
Yeah.
There was a walkout at West Boca Community High School right now going on. They're walking 10 miles, these students, I've got chills, from West Boca High School to Parkland, to Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. And they're walking, there are police escorts, roads are blocked off, so if you're anywhere in that vicinity, and I'm assuming they're going down 441, but I do not know, from Boca all the way down to Parkland, it is a tremendous walk. And they walked out first thing this morning. And I don't know what's going on in the future. I know there are many walkouts. I know many students are taking buses up to Tallahassee today. And you know what? Unfortunately, it took a horrible incident to make people wake up and take action. But if there's a silver lining, I hope action is taken and voices are heard. And that is what we do every day. We have voices
Well,
heard.
you know, it's funny. When I went to DeWitt Clinton High School in the Bronx,
Where?
DeWitt Clinton High School in the
DeWitt
Bronx.
Clinton-
I was a governor.
Is that like peanut spread?
Well, yeah, here we go with that. I was a governor, and we had walkouts.
You were the governor?
No, the Clinton were governors. That was the name of the
Oh,
school.
okay.
They
Oh,
were
okay.
Clinton High School
Oh,
governors.
okay, just checking.
And we used to walk out. They used to call walk out. They used to start screaming, and we used to walk out. And the security guards, they used to step aside.
You know, it's an interesting controversy, and we have Melissa with Subculture. Talk about subculture. Look at the subculture going on right now within our community. West Boca High School administration, I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, approved or didn't disapprove the walkout. They may
looked
not have
away.
approved it, they may just not have disapproved
They
it.
looked away.
Now, West Boca High School, who's on the east side of town, said they will get written up and they will have probation or detention, whatever they have, if those students walk out. But I don't think it's because they don't want the students walking out. It's the safety of our kids walking in the streets without proper authorities being there to escort them where they need to go.
Yeah, well, they're going to tell you what safety.
I know.
Well, I mean, what safety? You offering me safety? I can show you 17 reasons there ain't no safety going on.
But the kids, it's that younger generation. I don't even know what generation they are.
Hey,
Reed, do you know what generation these kids are?
Angry.
Do you know? You have kids. What generation are they considered now? Is
The
it?
mil- the
They're even younger
ones?
than millennials, like your kids.
I don't even know. I Googled it once and I think it stopped at millennials.
Was it after
I want
millennial?
to say it's
Z?
Gen Z.
Z? We're in Gen Z. Well, you know it is up to Gen Z to get
There's a name
get
for
this
it?
party going. Yes.
There's a
There's
name?
Gen X or Gen Z. See?
There's a name for it, Gen Z.
Johnny, are we in Generation Z right now? The kids younger than you?
Yeah.
Generation Z. See,
Well,
what's
you
after
would know
Z?
this
I was
why?
going to say, what comes after Z? We went X?
Yesterday.
Gen Z?
Wait, you know what I think we skipped? We skipped Generation Y.
No, my generation is Generation Y.
Millennials are Y?
Yeah.
We can't Y.
So Gen
Seriously,
Z,
why?
Y, and X? Is that what we got
There's
going
X,
on?
Y, and Z. And now
X, Y, and Z?
60s to 80s.
60s to
Y
80s.
is-
Millennials.
Y doesn't really have.
Y doesn't have a definition.
It's like 80s till question mark, and then Z is what's right now.
And what comes after Z? AA? It's
But
like
wait-
being at the theater. You go
AA.
AA, BB, CC.
You're making this up.
No, I am making it up because what
AA.
comes after Generation Z? What's the next generation?
Oh, look,
Oh, right from the beach.
The late ZZ showed up.
We need a new letter. We need to add a new letter to the
Wait, that's what I'm saying. You know, when you're at theater, the next set of rows after orchestra, you go A, A, B, B, C, C. That's what we're going to progress into next.
It's like a battery. A, A, B, B, C, C.
Triple A, double A. There you go.
You're funny. But anyway, subculture. Let's talk subculture. Come, sit.
But
What are
this
you
is
doing? Why are you
subculture
standing
that-
there?
She needs lip gloss. But this is the subculture that's going on because everyone has their voice and they're speaking up. And amazingly, we've got subculture with us. It's
But
a subculture within the subculture.
But subculture, and I'll let you answer. Subculture means what's going on underneath the culture, the understatement. What is
What is
subculture? Yeah, I should have just said that.
What is subculture?
What is that?
I think we like to say, because all our locations are completely different, so it's just, we've created our own culture of food and nightlife and just art, and it's our own culture. So
you're creating culture within cultures.
Well, you're with Subculture Group, and we talk about subculture, and we talked about working with subculture and bringing the subculture of subculture. No, this is not a tongue twister. The subculture of subculture forward, because it's what makes all of the diversity of your restaurants and locations unique. It's the
Yes.
subculture within it. It's
Yes.
like our community. It's the subcultures. You're Puerto Rican.
I'm a subculture Puerto Rican?
You're a subculture to our community. I don't know what I am.
Do you know?
But I have my own subculture
In
too.
my day, we used to call it cliques or gangs.
Okay, that works. Now
That's what we used to call
now
it.
politically correct, we call it subculture.
Can
Oh.
the branding expert
Yeah, what do you call
lend a
it?
little
Please, Alexandra.
ear to
Welcome,
the
branding
subculture?
expert.
Shed some light. Shed some light, please.
I know, right? No, I feel like subculture is just the vibe within whatever culture you are trying to perpetrate for yourself, right? So like anybody has a subculture within their little groups, but it's not necessarily just a clique. It's actually a lifestyle. It's what you're permeating throughout the community. It's how your subculture is affecting other subcultures to make the overall, fabric of the community.
Oh, that makes sense.
Which that to me is more about what the company that Melissa works with, which is why I'm such a big fan. Obviously, I like her as well. But like why that's such an important thing. It's because, we all have these little, nuances, and everything has these little crazy pieces that make everything up or make each personality up. And then you put it all together in this crazy amalgamation of, oh my gosh, that's a crazy restaurant. What makes it up? It's not the food. It's not the drinks. It's the personalities inside it and making it come to you and serve you and making you a part of that subculture for like 2 hours.
And like what we talked yesterday, when we sat yesterday at Subculture Coffee in Del Rey, it takes you back to Friends. You guys remember Friends and reruns. Our generation, Friends, it was Coffee Perks. It was the coffee shop where everyone just sat on the couches and you looked around and you just talked. And it wasn't the coffee. I'm sure the coffee is delicious. The chai latte, let me tell you, at Subculture was amazing. And the bottle of hope, the water of hope. I mean, all of
Mine's
it
right
is
there.
the subculture
So-
of what it is.
So it's it's like these bricks on the wall. Everything is meaningful and it has its own definition. I guess it formulates a whole different meaning when you put things together, right? New things come out of it. I mean, this country was founded on that philosophy where you have different cultures, different backgrounds, different, and all this difference is what makes it so great.
I'm impressed. That's good, Freddie.
It's true.
Well, I hear
That's
her
what makes
speaking,
America,
and I'm looking
America.
at the flag flying, and I'm saying, I mean, that's what we're all about, allegedly.
But it's so funny because now in today's society, it's become everybody wants to belong and everybody wants to be a part of this big fabric, but no one wants to kind of ruffle feathers, and everybody has to be politically correct.
Yeah, what is that?
And
Not anymore.
Well, but that's why subculture is so special, because they're like, we want to ruffle feathers. That's a
Yeah, we want to be different.
They
We
want
don't
to be
wanna
different.
following the trends and things like that. We want to just start our own trend and just hone in on what makes us different.
Yeah, like at Dada, they have beets wrapped in bacon. Who does that? Talk
me
about
now.
dates.
The dates.
Dates wrapped in bacon,
you say
and they're
beets
stuffed.
or
That would've
Dates,
been
sorry,
good, though.
dates wrapped in bacon and stuffed with cheese, right?
I've had
Famous
dates
Dada
wrapped in
dates.
bacon, not with cheese.
And
the
the
famous Dada
watermelon
beets.
steak.
I mean dates.
What is it with you and beets in the beach?
no.
You see her and she's taking to the beach.
Beets.
Did I remind you of the beach today?
You did.
Oh my god, it's because the mermaid hair. I finally got my hair long enough to where it's not like it doesn't have to be in a little smooth bob, so I can just like crunch it up.
It's like mermaid hair, and as a
All right,
matter
all
of
right,
fact,
all
you know
right.
who I
Little Mermaid on set now.
Unbelievable.
yesterday, you know who I saw
forever in
serendipitously
that.
at Publix?
Who?
Kendra.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you.
That's when I met her. I thought she was Kendra. And then Kendra wants to do a show, and she's been contacting me. She was supposed to send me something.
I was on the checkout line at Publix, and I went, Kendra?
Can we focus?
I am focusing on Alexandra's
Yeah.
mermaid
she has
hair,
mermaid
which
hair.
makes me think of Kendra Erica,
Which
who I saw
then
at Publix.
goes with all of the redheads in the world, because apparently we all look alike. We're not all the same, by the way. And
Now,
then
your hair is red, yeah?
My hair is totally red.
It's totally
Totally
red.
red. Like
Really?
fire engine with
No,
like
that's
blonde
not fire
streaks.
engine
I
red.
know. It's natural though. It's not like
No, I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying I'm looking for the redness.
it's red.
And normally I see red that's like really red.
Okay, we have clarification. I just want you to know.
Yeah.
Those born after the year 2000 are called Generation Z. And what differentiates them is that they are connected, and the students at Stoneman Douglas and West Boca are proving that to be true. So those born after the year 2000 are Generation Z, and they're connected. Okay,
So
thank
then,
you, Mark.
so
from
what
3D
happens
Learner.
if you are
Nice.
before the year 2000?
Millennials.
You're millennials, you're Y.
Yeah. No, millennials. We are definitely the millennial generation.
Well, we said between X and Z there is millennials, so what happened to Y?
So what happened to Y?
It's just
Millennials are why.
they're just like a floating
Yeah, they have
question
Millennials
mark.
are their floating
Yes.
question
Yeah.
mark.
Hey, Mark, are the millennials Y? There you go.
Stacy Mandel says, how about I generation? How about me generation? I don't know. Stacy, that's good though. You know, lowercase I generation, that comes next. Because what comes after Z is what we were talking about when you walked
All right,
in.
I have some controversial stuff I want to bring up
Oh, great.
Uh-oh.
because we do have ladies that apparently know X, Y, and Z. Yes?
Yes.
Students went up to Washington, D.C. on the country's capital, and they laid down. And this is something that was done in the 60s. It was before my time. I was born in 62. And they used to have protests, and Martin Luther King said no fighting. And they used to lay down in front of buses and trucks and stuff like that so that they would stop everything. So my question is this. I was reading some of this stuff, really disturbing comments about how parents are upset that kids are out of school doing this, and I want to get your take on it because of your ages.
And they
that
have young
they should
kids.
be, and they have kids, and you're going to be having kids, so it's and they should be in school because they're out of school, and that isn't teaching them something. This is what was written, not
They said
me.
it's not teaching something?
It's not teaching something because if your kid is not in school where he belongs and he's out there protesting over this thing, they're not old enough to vote. That's the other one that threw me for a loop. You're not old enough to vote, so stay in school. Once you are old enough to vote, vote for whoever you want. That if they don't agree to ban arms, whatever, then don't vote for him. It's like the guy with the money says, I'm not giving you any more checks until you guys get your act together.
Well, here's the thing, and I had a long conversation with my son last night, and he's in law school, and he is really working hard, and he's getting in touch with the proper channels to try and invoke some sort of change in writing an amendment to change part of the Florida Constitution. But he says many kids are walking around as if nothing has happened. How are you? I'm great. How's your day? Good. He says as if they're going about their day and nothing changes, which makes me think about
But wait,
your
wait,
question.
wait.
These
But
kids
hold
that are
it, hold
going
it,
to
hold it.
school as if nothing changed,
But Dawn,
or
what
those staying
kids?
home.
Kids in college or kids in high school? Because the kids in high school, you talk to them, and I don't know about them, but I spoke to some of them, and all they're doing is crying.
Well, you have a 12-year-old, 13-year-old?
I
Yeah.
have eight and 3.
You
And
have
I've got,
what,
I've
12?
got 7 and 12, yeah.
How's this 12-year-old handling?
Tammy on the line.
They, from my experience, having the 12-year-old come home and asking him about what is going through his head and what he's been seeing, he's said things like because it didn't happen to their school, they're a little bit separated from it. So they're not crying, they're not in tears, but it was close enough for at least one of his friends or two of his friends to know people that died, which the mortality piece of it is, it's been spawning some, interesting dinner conversations, and
Right.
it's definitely been something that he's carrying. I don't think he's talking about it that much, but it's also, they're a little desensitized
How does
too.
it make you feel as a mom?
Terrified.
Okay.
Absolutely
That's fair.
terrified. Like I picked them up and I held them super tight that night.
Now yours are younger.
Mine
How
are
does it make you
younger.
feel as a
I-
mom?
Scared and terrified as well, because I am all about my babies. If I can protect them from anything, I will do it no matter what it takes.
And yours are young.
Yes, 3 and 8. And my daughter, actually, I heard from my daughter first, because she likes to take my phone and Google the news. She's like a little nurse. She Googles the news, and she's like reading. We're on their way to school. She's like, oh my God, Mommy, this just happened. And I was like, okay, read it to me. So I don't shield her, even though I want to protect her from everything, I don't shield her from the world. If she wants to read an article, like, I let her read it, and she reads it out loud to me. And she was reading, like, play-by-play of what was happening at that very moment, because it was happening when she read it. And she was like in shock, and I was in shock. I was to the point where I'm like, I couldn't even explain it to her. It was just the reality of the situation, and it was both setting in on both of us. And my son has no idea; he's 3, so. But
you can't even explain it. But I like what you said, Alexandra. I want to try and get back to subculture and food as we can. It invokes the conversation we talked about yesterday. It's having the conversation and having the conversation at dinner. And it's around food.
But that's what we talk about.
And which is why we sit at this table
every
day. You sit at your table, and it's the conversations. We can't solve the world's problems, but the conversations that are had around the table, and it takes us back to subculture. And the subculture within subculture group, because there are cultures and everything, but you know what? The conversations stay the same. It's still about safety, it's still about family, and it's about coming together and having your voice.
Well, I heard a rumor that you were going to hold a seminar on subculture.
Did
on
you?
Atlantic and Swinton. That's what I heard.
At the coffee shop?
At the coffee shop. And that we're going to entertain this conversation because now I'm going to get to Tammy, she's on the phone, but I want to get to the younger guys because they are closer in age to what's going on.
You want to take a commercial break first?
What, we got to do that? Okay,
Yeah.
I
All
guess
right.
so.
We're going to take a commercial break. Tammy, hold on the line. When we come back, we're going to have the conversation about what we do around the table, eating, subculture, and talk to our kids. 888-565-1470. We never said where we could find us.
Yes.
And we'll be right back.
Join us.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow.
Look at your eye.
What a difference.
And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste.
Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
Hydration, absorption,
feel silkier,
and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow.
crazy.
Well, salud. I'm loving it. Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
Hey, I'm Doris Vilk. When life keeps you crazy, the job, the kids, a husband, how do you escape? Fantasize about romantic evenings? Follow the exploits of Hollywood actress Susan Chatham in my erotic novels, Love Arrested and Love Attempted, and revel in Susan's steamy love life. There's lust, passion, and betrayal. But what doesn't kill her makes her insatiable. Buy the ebooks or paperbacks at Amazon. Visit me at dorisvilk.com. That's V as in vibrant. Prepare to be aroused.
What is Debersize? With over 25 years of personal training experience and workout techniques, Deb Varsalone invites you to Debersize. Debersize comes to you from the privacy of your own home or group training facility. Debersize can meet your individual fitness needs, offering one-on-one, non-impact resistance training, post-surgical strengthening to higher-level boot camp and weight training. Debersize will meet your personal fitness goals at any age. Contact Deb at 561-307-9283. Schedule an initial consultation and get ready for a stronger, healthier you. 561-307-9283. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Don and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Don and Freddy S.
Mike.
And we are back to Brooklyn Cafe TV. You can find us on Facebook and Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. Join our conversation, comment on Facebook. It seems to be blowing up the past couple days, which is why we evoke the conversation. 888-565-1470. And we're having this conversation, I know Tammy is on the phone, about subculture and what we do around the table, the conversations we have with our family and our friends. And when I talked about Tammy calling in today for Tasty Tuesday, apparently they're drilling next door, coming through our wall. We were going to talk about eating healthy and dining at Subculture and all of the different restaurants. But Tammy, you just got to go on the flow with us and join our conversation about the tasty tips from Tammy today. You there?
Tammy.
Is Tammy
that
still?
you're having today.
Hey,
I love
how
the
you
dinner
doing?
Conversation. I'm doing good. How are you guys?
I am good, Reed. If you can find Tammy's clip to put that up as well while she's talking.
Tammy, are you there?
Yes.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Now we can.
I know we talked about we were going to do on healthy dining at Subculture, but let's go back to Subculture and the food and what happens there on the table and how we really can enjoy what we're doing while we're having the conversation with our families. You've got grown kids also.
Yeah, our kids are almost 21 and almost 23 now. And when they were in middle school and high school, we sat around the table. It was no television, no phones, no computers, nothing. We had dinner conversation. And it's so important because you have to know what's going on in your kids' lives. You have to know what's going on at school. And, if we look at what's happening in their schools, but also what's happening in their personal lives. And it's just such a time that you can educate your children and be there for them. And, you can have it at a restaurant, at your dinner table, but you have to communicate with them. You have to force your way into their world so you know exactly what's going on. It's so important.
And we were going to talk tasty tips, which we should really just throw a tip in about eating out and eating whatever you were going to talk about, Tammy. I know you prepared something and we went totally off track, but we're going to get back on track.
No, that's okay. It's a good conversation. Eating out. Everybody eats out. I think the average person eats out at least 7 times per week. So I always say, bring that back. Try to eat home as much as possible.
7 times a week?
Food. 7 times per week is the average.
Wow.
What?
Eating out.
I am the average. I eat 7 times a week.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
good for
take a
Subculture.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Someone's eating at least 1 meal out every single day per week. So how do you make it healthy? Well, you plan ahead, right, hopefully. And I love Subculture coffee, by the way. I went there with a friend of mine. But you can always look at the menu. Plan ahead is my tip. Find something healthy that's on the menu. When you get to the restaurant, don't look at the menu again. And there's tons of healthy options at Dada's and over at Capal's. There's the tuna tartare, there's the Mediterranean plate. So there's always healthy options somewhere. If you're ordering a salad, ask for the dressing on the side. Maybe omit the cheese, but you can always make it healthy. But most importantly, enjoy your table time with your family, your friends, because that's what we're there for. So we have to have quality time, but make it some healthy quality time.
I love Tammy Fogarty and her nutrition tips. You can find her at tammyfogarty.com or 888-84-TAMMY. I have to get you the new slide. I sent it, but we have to delete the old one. It's 888-84-TAMMY.
What is that?
Yeah.
It's the wrong number.
There's a new slide. We have to put
Those
it in
zeros need a couple of 8s.
I have it. I sent it. It's probably stuck in your email somewhere.
No, it's probably on the board somewhere.
888-84-TAMMY. And they were still talking about Freddy and his peanut spread from last Friday.
No, they weren't. Nobody was talking about that. Why are you bringing that up? Nobody's talking about
But those
that.
protein balls were delicious, I have to tell you.
Yeah, I just put up a new recipe for them. I call them protein poppers this time.
Oh, nice.
Protein what?
I added
Poppers.
some raw cacao. Protein poppers.
Where can we find that?
And so if you go to tammyfogarty.com, just type into the search bar protein poppers, and I added some raw cacao to this recipe, so it's perfect if you got that little chocolate craving. Totally healthy. It's great for the kiddos. It's gluten-free if you need it to be gluten-free. So jump on the website and explore. There's tons of really great recipes there.
We need to bring those to Subculture Coffee, actually.
When is Tammy coming on?
She's coming on next Tuesday for
No,
Tasty
maybe
Tuesday.
a little sooner.
Sure, we can bring her on sooner.
I decided one of
You want
some of
some protein
those
poppers?
protein poppers.
Thanks,
You want
Tammy.
me to bring more food, don't you?
I love it. 7 days a week. I'm with you, kid. Let me know where you're hanging out, eating, and we'll meet you there because we eat out every day.
Thanks, Tammy. 888-84-TAMMY.
Excellent stuff.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.
Now, how is the food at Subculture?
The coffee shop, which
I don't know. There's so
Well,
many.
I had the
Where should we
zucchini walnut
begin?
bread yesterday, and that to me
Where
was
should we
delicious.
begin? Should we begin there, or which is your favorite?
my favorite. I strategically plan meetings around kapow. I literally go from lunch to dinner back and forth.
Kapow.
Kapow is one of my
You like
favorites.
it? Look at Johnny. Johnny, you like
Taco. Oh, it's Tuesday. Taco Tuesday.
Taco
Today
Tuesday.
is Taco Tuesday at Kapow,
Yes.
by the way.
it? Is it? Where's Kapow at?
Tacos and buns.
Meissner.
No, there's two though.
There's one in
Meissner.
West
There's
Palm.
another one.
West
Yeah.
Palm Beach off Clematis.
So you love Kapow because of their tacos?
No.
I love Kapow because of their garden variety.
The garden variety.
That's the
love
cocktail.
that.
They have
Oh my
amazing
gosh.
I was going to
cocktails.
ask you, what is the garden
It's
variety?
spicy. It's refreshing. It's if you're an alcoholic, don't do it. But if you're not, it's amazing.
It's like an
so
adult
good.
juice box. You
It's
just
so
suck it
good.
down, it's so
She's so
delicious.
funny.
Garden variety.
Do you know you are hilarious?
I like
try.
the tuna tacos. I must say, the tuna tacos, I love.
You like the
The
fish?
kids go there on Taco Tuesday.
I was going to
Which is
ask,
so good.
you have so many restaurants. If somebody wanted to have fish, what would you recommend?
Fish,
Or seafood?
seafood. Well, I think Kapow is a little bit more seafood. Dada always has a fresh catch of the day, which is every day it's different, so you can even plan around it. But like every catch that they put out is absolutely amazing.
Do they have specialties?
There's Dubliner, Kapow.
Dubliner has a salmon dish on there. Kapow, well, there's an array of seafood on there between shrimp and the hamachi crudo, which is my favorite. Every time I go in there,
There's
I order
that.
it.
She's smiling.
So good. I just like she says the words and then I'm just like taken back. Like you know how food like
She's gonna
brings
eat the
you
mic.
a little
She's gonna eat
like.
the mic.
I'm sorry. I'm
She's
eating
gonna
the
eat the
mic.
Well,
mic.
food just brings you back to memories, and it's
It
around
does.
the table,
Yes,
and
it
it's the
does.
culture
So
of the food. Johnny's shaking his head.
Johnny, you hang out at the Dubliner?
I've actually never been to the Dubliner.
You're kidding me. You're the only person of your age. My kids hang out
Go
there.
to the Dubliner? Have you ever been?
When Michelle came down for graduation, they went to the Dubliner. Sarah goes to the Dubliner. Bree did the music thing at the Dubliner.
Yeah,
The
she did an
Dubliner.
Alzheimer's event at the Dubliner,
Yes,
right?
we had a karaoke event there. It was pretty cool. They took up the whole place.
They do, but that place, the
Where's
music
the Dubliner?
sometimes.
Meisner Park.
Okay.
It's literally right next to Kapow. So
We
I had
share
I
the
had
courtyard.
Is
Kapow.
it
Every time we have a
across-
party, we
Across
host.
from Kapow?
Yes.
Yes.
Next to it,
so-
yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
And you know how we just talked before we went to commercial break about the conversation around the table and the subculture of what it is and the generation? Well, subculture got on it before anybody else, and they had an event, already last Thursday at West Palm Beach, an open table discussion about what's going on. Now, you talk
I like
about
that.
timely.
Yeah.
Everything happened on Wednesday, and they took the initiative as the subculture group, and they had the open table discussion, a round table discussion, and we need a round table. And that's what it's about. It's that conversation around the table with your family, with your friends that are family, and just keeping everything going.
Subculture is like Friends, the show. You know, they used to go there, and all world decisions were made among, what, it's 6 of them? And it was
Jeez,
done
yes,
there.
it's kind of scary, isn't
And I'm
it?
sure there's somebody in the company that actually has a monkey that like travels with them. I'm sure.
A monkey?
Well, yeah,
monkey.
don't you remember Friends? Ross had the monkey, Marcel.
A
that
monkey
he,
Oh,
did
you did.
end up in somebody's hotel
I know,
room a
yeah.
long time ago.
See,
Now,
I know these things already. I
what
didn't
was
even know that.
what was the name of the guy on Friends that say, how you doing? What was it with the
Joey.
black- Joey. Okay.
Joey.
He has a
Hey.
new show, right? He has a new show. I'm going to see how many people know. He has a show right now on 12. I watch it. If you know the answer to that question, call 888-565-1470.
What's the question?
What is the name of Joey's show?
Oh, okay. What is the name of Joey's show?
If you know the answer to that, I'll buy you a cup of
Do you know
coffee.
Joey's real name?
What's his real name?
I don't know. That's why I asked. It's not the Joey show.
No, it's not. Anybody
oh my
know?
gosh.
I had a blank.
I did too. David
had a-
Schwimmer was the nerdy one.
It's Matt something, right?
Matt LeBlanc.
There you go.
Thank you, Matt LeBlanc. And the prize goes to Johnny on the spot.
But wait a minute, Matt LeBlanc is the name, but I want to know the name of his show.
Okay, Matt LeBlanc has a new show on Channel 12.
It's
If
not
you-
new. It's been around, I think, for
Well,
years.
it's new to all of us.
It's new to us because we still calling him Joey.
More friends?
More friends.
No, it's not more friends,
and it's
but
not
that's
friends
cute.
with benefits either.
No, it's not that at all.
888-565-1470.
It's funny.
The conversation in the subculture. We have so many comments. Everyone is talking about the generations, and you know, your food crosses cultures. You said the kids, Sarah, and all the kids are going to Dubliner.
They go to
whereas
Dublin, yeah.
People old like us, we go to Dada, and the youngers go to Dada. You know, my daughter's been to Dada. It's been there for 17 years, and I still haven't been to Dada.
Well, that has nothing to do with age, but it does have to do with making time to go. Now, Dada's always has a crowd. Always has a crowd. So you got to either make a reservation. You got to be smart about
Yes,
this.
right now the reservations are ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I think it's the next one open is 2019. But but sometimes people
Why don't you
drop
take
by.
Linda there for her birthday?
Because I'll be waiting till 2019.
Next year, make it now. You might have a contact. You might have an in.
You might know a guy that knows a guy.
You might know a dope guy, the woman that knows a dope woman, and get an in reservation.
Yeah, well, it would be a nice attempt, a nice trick. But what I like about what's happening today is that you can go to places like this, Subculture, and you can have these meetings. I think it's time. I think the conversation is necessary. Some of the things that I read are very disturbing where people, and you're right, you can do a protest correctly. Don't do something that's going to hurt you. Don't, walking out of school may not be the correct solution. But I've been around when the riots took place in this country, and I saw a guy hit a guy with a brick. And it was on the helicopter, police helicopter. And the guy came out of the hospital 3 weeks later. I mean, his face was, and him and the guy who hit him hugged each other, and the guy forgave him.
Wow.
And he says, I understand why you did it. It was a black and white thing. And, a lot of people keep telling me the revolution's coming. The revolution's already here. And it has to do with anger. And you got to be able to displace this anger with conversation. Because eventually, people are going to stop talking. Now, you tell us there's an incident that happened in Ohio.
Yep.
Just now.
Just about a couple hours ago. There was a kid that went into the school in Ohio and brought a gun and did not shoot anybody else, but it was a cry for help, or, because what's with the construction?
I'm not really
It's
sure.
like in my ear. No, but this kid goes in and, he's got to cry for help or whatever the reason is, but it's almost like these kids don't have a sense of finality and what that means. And all of a sudden, he shoots himself. He's dead. His parents are devastated. The school's on lockdown. It's on the news right now. And, when does it stop?
And I said that yesterday. I still think a big part of it goes back to the video gaming. Because there is no finality in a video game. The game's over and you start again. Everyone gets back up and you start over. And I'm not saying it's all gaming, but there's pieces of everything, and the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. And all these little pieces that go on in our subculture, we need a subculture game is what we need. So imagine if we had a
She's still on
subculture
the
game.
subculture game.
Because we talked about it yesterday, and this becomes a subculture cafe at the Brooklyn Cafe. And our lamppost becomes a street sign that says subculture, whatever we have coming off the side. And all of these conversation table topics are there to talk about.
Right.
Right? Makes our job a whole lot easier because the questions are right there.
Well,
We
I'm
don't even have to think
I'm
about
going to
it.
play devil's advocate with you.
Okay.
Mark Rubio said, the genie's out of the bottle, meaning you ain't going to resolve this by even bringing back that thing on guns. There are too many guns in the street. There are just too many things that have happened, and you're not going to undo this. So what do you do? What do you do? I mean, think about...
But you
this is
don't do nothing. That's
okay,
the thing. You
okay.
don't do nothing.
But then, what do you do? If you say assault rifles should not be sold except for the military, is that going to be enough?
Listen.
Guy goes in with a shotgun, does the same damage. You're going to remove shotguns. I'm not arguing for the NRA. I'm just trying to focus on conversation. People's feelings have to be put into this conversation, yes?
Absolutely.
Fear is part of the problem.
Johnny, what do you think?
It's a multitude of things that need to be done, and we're human. We're not perfect. No one's perfect, and unfortunately, people are going to find a way to kill one another, but you can limit that. And it's not just banning a gun. It's not just doing psych evaluations on people. It's not any one thing. It's a multitude of things that has to be done.
Okay, so is there a solution?
I mean, there's unfortunately, like I said, it's unfortunate, some people are just born differently. They unfortunately have these violent tendencies, and people are always going to find a way. There's not a complete solution, but you can limit how much one person can do.
The solution is having the conversation, because you never know what idea evokes a movement. A person takes leadership, they start a movement, and that movement grows. Whether it's these kids on their walkout, whether it's the kids going to Tallahassee to march, whether it's putting some more restrictions on gun control, it's every single thing, in my opinion, that will add up to change. Not one.
Absolutely.
It's everything that adds up to change. And
You
then
want to
back-
get closer to it.
and then it comes back to having the conversations around the table, around food, because it is what our culture does. It's, you know what? It's
That's
what
what
every
every
culture
culture
does.
does. That's what every culture
And
does.
it comes back to food. And if people are eating out 7 nights a week, you know what? Hit the Dubliner, go to Kapow, have some fun while you're having the conversation, but have that family friend talk time and have the conversation.
I'm glad you brought that up, because then there is something common that we all share, because the age groups. in
Every
this-
culture eats.
Okay, everybody has to eat.
Everybody
and eat
eats.
something. Okay, so now you have a meeting
all
place, you have a plan.
curry-based.
Now, how do you deal with those that come, number one, that were affected directly by somebody killed? Whole different world there. By somebody who knows somebody, whole different world there. By somebody who is acquainted to the situation, Sandy Hook, Vegas, whole situation there. You got a whole lot of
You
personalities
got a whole
coming
lot of
at you.
situations. We're going to hold that till we come back from commercial break, because that's a whole nother segment. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. Freddie has a whole lot of situations.
Whole lot of
And we'll be
situations.
right back.
Makes
Want to
sense?
make your smartphone brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow.
Look at your eye.
What a difference.
And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste,
Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
hydration, absorption,
Feel silkier.
and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow.
Crazy.
Well, salud. I'm loving it.
Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
In a perfectly imperfect world, you can eat the foods you love, lose weight, and be healthy. But what if I told you you can do just that? In fact, your diet should be perfectly imperfect by eating the foods you love and still achieving your health and wellness goals. I take the guesswork out of nutrition by giving you my simple and effective strategies so that you can live the healthy and happy life you will love using real food to get real results. Schedule your nutrition consultation today at 888-84-TAMMY or visit my website, tammyfogarty.com. Don't delay, get healthy today. 888-84-TAMMY. 84-TAMMY or visit my website, tammyfogarty.com. Don't delay, get healthy today. 888-84-TAMMY.
Add that extra wow factor to your home or office wastebaskets with designer liners. Designer liners will turn an everyday home item into the pinnacle of decor at an affordable price. Available in a variety of prints from polka dots, zigzags to paisley. Dare to dream bigger with custom designer liners for your charity fundraiser or a company logo. Reusable as basket decor liners or gift bags and made in the USA. Designer liners will enhance any home or office. Get yours today at designerliners.com or wastebaskets.com. That's designerliners with an S.com. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Don and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Don and Freddie S.
Hot mic? Hot mic.
All right.
We're back. You know what I'm going to do? I'm getting a guy named Mike. So it's hot mic. We throw him on the table. A bright red mic.
No, thank you.
Like
Moving
Mike,
on.
magic
Joe-
mic? A hot mic.
Johnny. What
Hot mic.
Johnny,
Like,
give-
forget the Ken doll. I'm going to
No,
get a hot
sorry,
mic doll.
sorry.
I'll
Done,
volunteer
sir.
my boyfriend. His name's Mike.
He doesn't
He's
have
pretty
to be-
cute.
he's pretty- and I don't even think he's got to be real. Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe.
You are like all over the place.
Tasty Tuesday. That's what happens on Tuesdays. We're opening the conversation, and Freddie has some more situations that he is throwing at us on the conversations that we can have always around the table, always with family and friends. And now we've got 15 more places within, is it Palm Beach County and Broward or all Palm Beach?
Where's Palm Beach?
Subculture.
No, Palm Beach County, there's 2 in Miami.
And there's 2 in Miami. Locations that we can go have the conversation, since Tammy Nutrition Fogarty called in and said people on average go out 7 times a week. And you figure breakfast, lunch, dinner, 21 meals. Of the 21, a third of them are spent out.
Time out. How can you average 7 times a week?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So
At least one
seven
of these
times.
one
meals
of the
you're
meals.
And then
out.
at least like one coffee meeting. I mean, at
Oh, yeah.
least.
I
Like,
thought
go
it
to
was
coffee,
7
like-
meals. I thought it was 7 times, like
That's
7
not
days.
even counting how
And
many
the thing
times
is,
you
that
go
you
buy
eat that
coffee.
much.
I go out
Yeah,
7 days a
right?
week.
How many times you buy coffee? But that's what keeps subculture going, and that keeps the conversation going, because you sit in these amazing places with incredible atmosphere, and you have the conversation. And now there's all of these new locations we can go to.
Well, the one in Atlantic is located where?
Which one?
Subculture Coffee.
Yeah, the one in
It's,
Atlantic, Swinton.
it's right. It's just west of Swinton.
It's right on
Swinton
the
and
corner.
Atlantic, and then Dada is right up the street, and then
On
Kapow. There's 2 Kapows.
And then there's Honey too, which is like right down the
Honey's
street
right down the
from
street.
Honey, you know Honey.
Subculture.
I know Honey. Yes, I still need to find that picture for Honey.
Honey is where I caught somebody smoking a cigarette who told me she didn't smoke, and they flung it at a person they didn't know. And why you giving me that? And
But you're
Freddie,
talking about the other situations.
we're back to that.
Well, you asked
I got
a
you off the
question.
hook, then you put me back on.
Well, you all asked the questions,
Yes.
and as responsible
Different
people, we must
situations.
come forward with their answers. So,
Different situations.
what do you want to say?
Well, you got different people that have different feelings on the same conversation. How do you bring them in to sit and have a decent conversation? You're going to have a lot of anger and bitterness and fear.
Well, you know what? Tomorrow there's a town hall meeting at BB&T Center.
Or is there? I didn't know that.
Yep.
Now you do.
Town hall meeting at BB&T
You knew
Center,
that?
and there's going to be local.
Now you do.
Now I do.
And I'm sure there'll be local watch parties, so maybe Subculture would be a great venue to have a local watch party for all those that can't get to BB&T. Talk about putting an event together quickly at an enormous venue that's going to pull from all the counties, because it's right there in in Broward County, right by the Dade in Palm Beach.
They're going to fill the BB&T?
They're filling.
21,000 people.
I don't know if they're going to fill it, but I would bet you they do.
Well, I would like to know if you can write in, call in, whoever has an idea,
Can you
I
imagine
welcome
doing a watch
that.
party at Subculture tomorrow night?
A
about-
watch party?
She just said,
A watch party. People to watch it, because you know it's going to be all over the news, and not everyone can get to BB&T.
What are you going to watch?
This massive town hall meeting.
Where?
Subculture.
It's
But
Like
do
on
any of you
TV.
guys
Is it on
ever?
TV?
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure all the reporters
so you don't
will
know
be there.
that yet.
Come on.
But do you guys ever just tune out on town hall meeting, like the TV, like the public announcement television is not riveting by any means. It really isn't. Even if it's like the best topic ever and everybody needs to take part in
Is
it.
that a focus issue?
I'm just thinking maybe we should bring like, balloons or something, like, water balloons, something.
Water guns?
Just- no, not
No
guns.
guns,
That's
water
horrible.
balloons.
No, water
No guns.
balloons.
Water balloons are
But like
good.
something to keep the.
You wanted to
momentum
water
up and
balloons at
energy
each
up.
other?
It's better than just sitting there at a town hall
But
when
it's a-
nothing happens.
But it's a town hall meeting. People are speaking.
Well, it's to
I
have
think
the
people do need
conversation.
to, yeah, people do need to be heard, and like the people that want to be listened to, and they've gone through this. That's that perfect example for the people you were talking about. Like, how do you get those people? Because it's a whole different can of worms with people that have
So
just
what would
gone
you
through
do?
it. Let them talk. Get it out.
Hence the town hall meeting, right?
Maybe at a town hall meeting, but don't televise it because that's going to go really long. But people that are going to actually do something and that want to have some sort of an actionable, like a call to action or steps afterwards, that's perfect for those smaller get-togethers where you're having, ideas bouncing off and masterminding with people and seeing, okay, where can we find a solution?
I feel like all of a sudden, when our great founders, they wrote this Constitution, they all came together around these tables, and that's exactly what I'm getting. The people talk and people speak, and then you break up into these small subculture groups, and you take action. Whether you're writing, you're starting a movement, whatever it is, you're making posters, something.
Okay, but hold on.
Right? Why do I have
But
the
problem-
Constitution in my mind?
I
Everyone's
don't know.
sitting around
You think
doing
you're
this.
George Washington or something. I don't know.
amendment.
But the
There should be
problem,
women. With a star on
there
it.
should have been women. Okay, that's what it is. I've been waiting for that all week.
Behind every
All
great
week.
leader you know.
Yeah, she gave them the pen when they wrote it. But anyway, the problem I have is if you have an idea and somebody doesn't like that idea, they can't say, or let me give you another opinion. No, they got to say, boy, you're a knucklehead. Let me tell you something. You don't know what you're talking about. And it gets really
I get very upset when that
hostile.
happens, by the way.
Do you?
I do.
Is that any worse than, like right now, I mean, granted, this is what I do for a living, so obviously there's social media is everywhere, right?
Right.
But is that any worse than going on social media and having that screen protecting you and putting whatever you want to out there, and then you can be, martyred for some of your views, or you can be just annihilated by all these people because they take one sentence you said out of context and it's out there forever? I mean, I don't think that's any worse than putting your thoughts out there on social media.
Well, I love what Melissa said yesterday. It's like being an elementary school teacher.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
What did you say yesterday? Because it makes me think about that.
It's true. And I think when it comes back to the kids situation, I always teach my kids you have to listen to understand and not just to respond. I think a lot of people don't listen to understand and hear people's viewpoints and feelings and opinions and things like that. And they just get aggressive. They take one word, like Alex says, or one sentence, and they don't see the rest of it behind it. And then they just take that one spot and they just get angry about it and they turn it into something that it really isn't.
So is it harder to be a parent under these circumstances?
Then what?
I wouldn't know. This is all I know.
Well,
listen to understand. What a great concept that is. Not listen to
simple.
react. Listen to understand.
Right.
Think about the change in those words, though.
But think about it. To be a parent under these circumstances, you're under a reactive situation right now. This is all reactive. This is what's going on. People are reacting. Screaming at the president, screaming at everybody.
Even with that, when it comes to parenting, I teach my kids, they can be angry, that's okay, but you have to listen to understand their point of view. Like deep down within all that anger, if you really listen, you can hear what they want to say. You can understand what they want to portray and what they want to be heard about. They may not be saying it right, they may be saying some offensive things, but deep down, if you can just kind of numb that part out and really listen to what they want to put out there, you can get past it. It's just, it doesn't have to be a two-way street to understand what somebody else is trying to say. So somebody could be angry, but I can sit here calm, cool, and collective and listen to what you're saying and respond accordingly. And it also brings down somebody else's anger level. If I respond to you calm after you just yelled at me, you're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna bring down your passion, your words and things like that, and start to actually talk like adults. I think no one does that anymore. They argue, they fight, and then the other one argues and fights back, trying to defend themselves instead of literally trying to understand what the person's saying.
Everybody wants to drown everybody
and then
out.
they're on a completely different subject. It doesn't even, nothing is resolved.
And the social media aspect, I mean, you're a social media guru, it becomes even more out of control because it just spins out of control, more anger, more hostility.
People get real brave on the social media.
Yes, and it really is like this little phone right here. This is somebody's security blanket at any point now. They feel like they can say anything to anyone about anything because they've got this screen, and I'm not looking you dead in the eyes. I'm just typing.
We talked about that yesterday. That the kids use this generation, the millennial and the Generation Z, use this as communication. Yeah. Because, and then there's no reaction.
No.
And then if you do react and you type back, what you're thinking in your head as you say it is never how the person's taking it on the other end.
Yes.
And that is...
Texting is the worst communicator in the world.
Email's not a whole lot better.
Yeah, but texting is bad because
emojis have definitely helped, though. I'm not gonna lie, emojis with your texting, like Melissa and I basically text in all emojis now.
No,
really? You guys have this hieroglyphics.
I have like 4 favorites that I use all the time.
Do you remember that movie where they said, and she's going on a date, and she says, just do not use emojis when you answer him on the first date. No emojis, just text, no emojis. I know, I watch movies that you do not watch.
What movie is this? Mary Poppins Came to Friends?
It was a dating movie.
Oh,
my gosh.
It was a dating movie, and I don't remember who it was with. The girl who, in Pitch Perfect, she plays Fat Amy.
Yes.
Oh, see, they all know the movie
How to
I'm
Be
talking
Single?
about.
Do you know
Maybe
this?
How
Do you
to
know
Be
this?
Single.
Do you know this? It's a woman's thing.
How to Be Single. I don't, yes, and that's what it was. It was do not put an emoji in a text when you're dating.
That makes no sense to me, but okay.
I don't know, maybe it's too
Maybe,
flat.
is it appropriate on the third date, though?
A third date.
is the one with the spear.
Thursday is good. Where can we find all of you? Alex, you have a branding company.
I do. You can find me at Finity Creative. That's not infinity, but finity, because everybody's got a finite solution to most challenges, most, quote unquote. But you can call me at 407-683-4241 or get me on social media. I'm everywhere.
With her mermaid hair.
With my mermaid hair, Alexandra Corson. And then
you can find me on subculture.org. Email melissa@subculture.com. And then my phone number, you can reach me at 954-254-3865.
And Melissa is dope.
I am
She's
dope.
director
She is
of
dope.
private
Private
events. So any event you want to have
2
at
minutes, 2
Subculture
minutes.
is going to go through Melissa.
It's funny because I said to Dawn, she says, who we're going to put on the air? And I says, get dope.
Which is such a great name. You need a hat like Alexandra has.
I
that
do
says
have
dope.
one.
she has
I
one.
have it.
It says dope.
Yeah.
My business cards say dope on it. I
Really?
totally
We could do like the
ran
Seven
with it.
Dwarfs.
Next time I come on, I'll give you the whole
Dopey, sleepy, sleazy dog.
The next time you
grumpy,
come on, we're
happy.
going to have this whole dopey scenario.
complete different definition of how I use it. But
Totally
yeah.
different, right? But it's branding, and you're going to remember it. Right? The Seven Dwarfs. She's shaking her head. She knows. We just changed the name of the
Well,
dwarfs.
Alexa also could be hired to do speeches, and you're good also at television, and you're good at radio.
Well,
And
thank
she's going
you.
to be
I've
hosting,
seen you
hopefully, a
doing
new
it.
segment we're going to have on the cafe.
Possibly. We're talking.
The subculture within your culture. But you know what the common link is? We all eat.
Title TBD.
We all eat. Everyone eats. Everyone sits at a table. Everyone, if you're not at a table, if you're like the middle and you eat.
You know, it's funny that
With
Dawn
lawn
says.
chairs,
It's
or
funny
you
that
have
Dawn
snack
says
tables.
that because the one who doesn't eat at this table is Dawn.
Everybody eats somewhere. You know what it's
She
about?
doesn't eat.
Having the conversation. It's about sitting with family and friends, whether it be on your table, at the beach, on the floor, with snacks, whatever it
She's
is.
ignoring me.
And keep the conversation going. It's
She's
an important
ignoring me.
topic, and it needs to keep
Bird
going. Thank you,
feeder.
ladies. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Alexandra.
guys.
Thank you, Melissa, Johnny, Reed.
Me
Freddy.
too.
Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Be kind to each other, and please have the conversation.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Does your child learn best when they see and experience information? Is your child smarter than indicated by test results? 3D Learner is an integrated learning program that helps identify your child's strengths and challenges. 3D Learner's individualized program for academic and athletic success will significantly improve reading comprehension, test scores, and self-esteem. Contact 3D Learner today for more information. Call 561-361-7495 to unlock your child's true potential. Visit us at 3dlearner.com or call 561-361-7495.
When was the last time you had a fun girls' night in? Have you heard of Pure Romance? Pure Romance by Michelle Spears offers a fun-filled presentation of our product line, followed by a unique shopping experience that you and your girlfriends will not forget. Call me, Michelle Spears, at 561-572-1901 to reserve a date for your free shopping spree, to learn about income opportunities, or shop my website at pureromance.com/MICHELLESPEARS. And remember, bring Pure Romance back into your life.
In the Delray Art Complex is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge 11,000 square foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074. Well, that's about it for today, and even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 1 p.m. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddy S. will bring you more goodwill next time. Although today's show was live, you can follow the cafe on Facebook at Brooklyn Cafe. To rewatch every minute of the show, call 866-224-5422 to talk with Dawn and Freddy S. after the closing, or to leave an order for fun for the next show. Have a meaningful day. The opinion